evening. We're here, and we're going to go through the off-season program here on College Football 26. Um, it's time for the off-season. We're going to, we're going to work our way through the off-season and kind of go over everything. So, yeah, that's the plan for tonight. That's the plan for this stream. And then we're gonna get to next year, and we'll get going. All right. So, like I said, we are here in the off season. We're gonna get going. We're on the players leaving screen. Um, I did. Uh, I did unlock the archetype, and I'm gonna start working on that uh, as we start moving. As we start moving up levels, I'm gonna start working on unlocking stuff within the the architect type. Uh, I was actually debating on unlocking this one, or the talent developer. And after looking them both over and then giving it some thought, I thought, well, I'll unlock the archetype. I can unlock the architect because I get XP bonus for every 3-game win streak for each position unlocked for 12 points. Each position group would earn an additional XP for in-game goals. Chance to increase a random skill cap on leveling up, and the chance to increase best skill cap on with a conference or national championship. So figured work on that. Try and get some of those. Try and get some of that stuff up there, because I mean, the thing with the talent developer is it's really good for you know getting position groups drafted, keeping having upperclassmen, having freshmen and sophomores progress faster, having having a starting position player gain XP faster. But I mean between the transfer portal and the recruiting I do, it's kind of one of those where it's like, yeah, I could upgrade it, but it's not like I need it right now. So I mean, it's a possibility. It's just not on the window right now. And then the program builder was another one I was looking at, but I mean, it's the first one's about the first one's about the coaching and the coordinators. The second one's about home field advantage. I mean, yeah, program builder with with the roster retention one, that would be decent. Especially with third through seventh round draft picks being less likely to leave. Getting you know the pursuit the the pursuit uh, attempts, but I don't know. It's just kind of like, eh. Oh wow. Okay, that. Hmm, interesting. Okay. All right. I don't know. I may end up unlocking that one at some point. This one, this one's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be the one that's gonna be interesting. Just because it's just gonna be interesting. Uh, anyway, that's what we did. We upgraded these. We unlocked the architect type. So we are now on to the off season, and I've got three receivers that want to leave for the draft early. I'm pretty sure I can get them to come back because of their draft stock. The quarterback transfers, not so much. Um, we're going to start with Matt Otten, but before, well, let's see if we get Otten first, because I've got an idea about what I want to do, but I actually want to do this with guys that I know that are going to stay. So Matt Otten is going to enter the draft. So he's entering the draft as a projected third round pick after having one season at Michigan where he had 797 yards and 4 touchdowns. It was his best receiving yards. Um, it was his best for receiving yards since his redshirt freshman year at West Virginia. Touchdown wise, it was only half as good as his redshirt year at West Virginia, but I said nonetheless. All right, so Ottman is not staying, which, gonna be honest, is not that big of a surprise. I kind of figured he was gonna, he might leave. I'm hoping to keep Ramon Shelley and Jamar Browder. I think I got a better shot at Browder than I do Shelley, just because his deal breaker has been impacted, but we'll see. All right, so Jamar Browder is not coming back. He is leaving as well. So I'm definitely going to be hitting that portal and hitting that recruitment hard for those hard for the receivers. All right. He leaves Michigan after 3 years. This was his best year receiving yard wise. He had 61 receptions, 6 touchdowns. It was down from last year where he had 11, but he had six touchdowns, 61 yards, and 82 receptions. His best numbers, well, his reception numbers were greater in 2016, but his receiving yard numbers and his touchdown numbers were better. But hey, we tried. All right, last but not least, Ramon Shelley. And Ramon Shelley is leaving as well. So all three of the receivers are leaving early for the pro draft. Shelley is projected to be a 5th round pick. He had his best season out of the 3 years, reception wise, yard wise, and touchdowns. He had 95 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 1,112 to be exact, and 9 touchdowns. Can't say I'm surprised. He had 1 kick return this year for 36 yards, and he had 2 punt returns for 24 yards. So he did most of his damage receiving, and a lot of that was this year. He finished his career with 17 touchdowns, and he finished his career with shit, probably close to like 1,500 yards in 3 years. So, I mean, from my standpoint, it's sad that he's leaving because, I mean, I was really looking forward to having one more good year with him. But I mean, the fact that he's leaving is, I mean, it just kind of opens up some more, some more space for somebody else. Andrew Dunsbar. Oh yeah, I've got a feeling he's leaving. His deal breaker for playing time is what got capped. He is transferring, citing that same thing. So we will see if, well, we'll see. I don't think he's coming back. Oh, okay, he proved me wrong. He's deciding to stay. I think the fact that we only have one quarterback leaving, and that's Ryan Pugsley, who is coincidentally projected to be a fourth round draft pick. So make of that what you will. So I think that knowing that Pugsley's leaving, Baker's staying, you know, Costello is threatening to transfer, which I'm gonna be completely honest. If he transfers, I'll be honest, it's not gonna be any skin off my ass. Now, losing Thomas C a few years ago, that one hurt. But and Costello is staying, so 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 right out the jump, we're gonna have Bryce Baker, Andres Dunsbar, and Skylar Costello. And Costello will be coming off a redshirt year, so he'll be a redshirt freshman. Dunsbar will be going up to being a redshirt junior, and then Baker will be a redshirt senior. And then, if I'm not mistaken, which maybe because I don't remember, we've got other players that are going in. So we'll see. Jacob Oden is entering the draft. He's projected to be a seventh round pick as a senior. In 3 years at Michigan, this year was his second best tackle season. Tied for his best in interceptions. He had one last year, he had one this year. So, wasn't too bad. I mean, given everything, it wasn't too bad. Let's see. We know about Josiah Edmond is entering the draft as well. He's projected to be a fifth round pick. Edmond last year was his best tackle year. He had 67 total tackles. This year he had 42, but he had his best interception bump this year compared to last. Last year he had 3. This year he had 5. So we'll take what we can get. He didn't have any touchdowns, but I mean, he had 5 interceptions, so that counts for something. He had a total of 8 interceptions over 4 years, so I mean, make of that what you will. Alrighty, so let's see, we got Edmond, left tackle. Andrew Bababola is entering. He is predicted to be a second round pick, which, I mean, tackle his size, 92 overall. All of the physical attributes that he has, the fact that he was a star dev trade, doesn't surprise me that he's entering the draft. Doesn't surprise me he's projected to be a second round pick, so no shock there. And Ryan Pugsley is projected to be a fourth round pick for us. He's came off of his second, basically his first year, his only year at Georgia, ended up being his best year because he threw for more yards, he had more touchdowns and less interceptions. But he got into the college football playoffs with us, and he did pretty well. So, can't argue. All right, so we're gonna go and we're gonna look at the rest of the Big Ten, and we're gonna start with Michigan State. So Michigan State has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 players that are transferring, a mixture of wide receivers, punters, linebackers. It's all either freshmen or sophomores. Do have at least one. I have one junior that's transferring, and that's a fullback. It ain't looking good. And then everybody that's graduating from Michigan, there's nobody on Michigan that will be basically draft eligible, so Michigan State gets nobody. Minnesota, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players that are transferring. It's all between proximity to home, play style, brand exposure, coach prestige, and it runs the gambit. The highest rated player that's transferring is Grant Washington. He is an 83 overall, I believe. Yeah, 83 overall. He's a redshirt junior. He only had 409 yards on the ground and 6 touchdowns. So I can kind of see why he's transferring, because he didn't get a lot of work on the ground. Only 66 carries. He had 1 reception for 4 yards. He had more receptions the year before, 18 for 130 with a touchdown. So I can see why he's wanting to transfer. I really can. So I can see why Grant Washington is looking to transfer. Jackson Collick is also transferring. He's citing coach prestige. He's a junior quarterback. He never saw the field, so he's coming in as an unknown, statistic-wise, because he hasn't put up any statistics, so he's coming in as an unknown into the transfer portal. So the book on him is pretty clean because there ain't nothing on him. So, anybody else that stands out? Not really. Graduating, nobody's going into the draft. A decent number of players are graduating, so they're losing their. Oh wow! So let's see. So they're losing 2 quarterbacks, 1 for graduation and 1 for transfer. They're losing. Oh my! Wow! They're having to basically replace their entire backfield. I think, depending on their depth of backfield, they're replacing 4 running backs. 1's transferring. That's a junior, and then there's 3 seniors that are transferring. So I can see why Washington is transferring. I can see why Grant Washington is choosing to transfer. Andre Devin, Dylan Lee, and Daryl Ringo are in, and frankly, I can see why. Dylan Lee was their best running back. He finished with 1,075 yards and 19 touchdowns. Again, I can see why he's leaving. Yeah, he spent 2 years at Iowa State, 2 years in Minnesota. Damn. All right, so let's see. The next team on the list that's in the Big Ten would be Nebraska. So they have Harvey Draper is entering the pro draft. He is projected to be a first-round pick. And honestly, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 7 touchdowns this year instead of 10, but back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, I can understand why he's leaving. I mean, you got to capitalize while the iron is hot. You got to capitalize. I get it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Damn, 13 players are leaving for transfers. Whew. And it's a wide range. There's 2 tight ends that are basically within 1 point of an overall of each other. One's a true freshman and one's a redshirt sophomore. They're both leaving. And defensive end that's leaving. He's a redshirt. He's a freshman. Did he even play this year? Nope. He's leaving. Wow. A redshirt freshman tailback. Let's see. Actually, hell, let's look at it. So Draper is going into the draft. Got 2 other receivers, Isaiah Moses and Ramon Pena, that are entering the draft, or entering the portal. A right tackle who's 84 overall, he's entering the portal. Ryan Breen, who's backup quarterback, he's entering the portal. Breen threw for 75 yards. He played in 1 game. I can see why he's leaving. He really didn't get shit this year. I can see why he's leaving. Paul Bruner is leaving after his sophomore season. He's citing championship contendership. He appeared in 13 games that only caught 1 pass for 14 yards. So again, I can see why he's leaving. He's leaving with 2 years of eligibility. So he'll be an interesting target among people. It'll be interesting to see what his list is open to as far as receivers go. I'm not going to lie, if he's on my list, I'm going to take a shot at him. Left tackle, Jason Hidalgo. Freshman quarterback, Timon Provo. Provo never saw the field. He'll have 3 years of eligibility wherever he goes. It'll be interesting to see where he ends up. Redshirt freshman backup, running back Jalen Tam is entering the portal. He appeared in 6 games, had 14 carries for 26 yards. So he's definitely going to have some wear and tear. He's definitely going to have some traction on him. He'll be one to look at, kind of see, does he want to go back towards home, which is in Iowa? So does he go back? Does he look at Iowa and Iowa State, or is he open to other teams? So I mean, never know. That's gonna be a good question. Let's see. And then we talked about the tight ends. a freshman, Taylor Blanco, and then redshirt sophomore, Brian Colombo. Blanco is from Phoenix, Arizona. He appeared in 13 games. He had 12 receptions, 129 yards. So not really a lot. He's going to have 3 years of eligibility, so that's a good thing for him. I mean, having eligibility is a good thing. And then Brian Colombo is a redshirt sophomore. He's played in 13. He's played in multiple games each of the last 2 years, but he has not caught a single pass. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. That's interesting to say the least. We have a lot of graduates. No one entering the draft for offense. Defense. We've got a corner, a D tackle, two defensive ends, a redshirt senior who, oh, never mind, nope, sorry, redshirt senior is going for the draft. It's a freshman defensive end, a sophomore defensive tackle, and a junior corner. I am not going to lie, if Neil Griffin ends up if he ends up anywhere on my radar for the transfer portal, I'm going to look at him because he's a 90 overall. He had 4 interceptions this year. He had 29 tackles, 8 pass deflections. He had 8 pass deflections. He allowed 27 catches. So, I mean, that's not, I mean, it's down in far as numbers from last year because they allowed 29 last year, though. So, you work with what you got. So, I mean, Neil Griffin, I'll keep an eye on, see if maybe he ends up on the list somewhere. And what the hell, why not? And that's going to be it for Nebraska. The next team on our list as far as our conference goes is Northwestern. And it is going to be, well, a simple transfer walkout. We're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 players leaving for transfers. Some decent graduates. Nobody that's going into the draft, though. On the offensive side, we are seeing left tackle Zach Mount deciding to transfer. He's going to have this upcoming season will be his junior year, so he'll have 2 years of eligibility. Backup quarterback Blake Herbert, who walked on the Notre Dame roster and threw 2 passes for 41 yards and a touchdown in the lone game he appeared in. So, I mean, we'll see. Somebody's going to take a flyer on him, probably. Tailback Frederick Cole, I think he's going to have probably 2 years of eligibility left. Tyrone Hillman, he's only going to have 1 year of eligibility, I think. And he's played all 3 years at Northwestern. This past year was his best and only year where he actually got to touch the ball. He had 150 carries for 555 yards and 7 touchdowns. So make of that what you will. I mean, he didn't do too shabby in the receiving part either. So again, make of that what you will. Frederick Cole, like I said, he's going to have 2 years of eligibility left. Elijah Pedro will have 1 year of eligibility left. Jalen Hull will have 3 years of eligibility left, but I don't think. Well, it may take him a little while to see the field because he is a 65 overall, and he has not seen the field this year. He has not seen the field yet. So we'll see. That's on the offensive side. Defensive side, a will linebacker who's a sophomore, a D tackle who's a sophomore, a redshirt sophomore at defensive end, another will linebacker is a redshirt sophomore, a redshirt sophomore at D tackle, and then a freshman free safety, a freshman D tackle, and a freshman defensive end. Honestly, this defense, nothing to write home about. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of it, but nothing to write home about. For Ohio State, 3 guys are leaving with first-round projections. Redshirt sophomore Brendan McCargo, redshirt sophomore Clyde Washington, and redshirt sophomore Detoni Newcomb at left tackle. Ty Frumagin is entering the draft as a second-round pick at tailback. Joshua Moore is going to be a second-round pick for receiver. So, yeah, they got 3 receivers walking out the door just in the draft. We haven't even gotten to the transfers, and I see a receiver on the transfer list. Nate Roberts is entering the draft at tight end. He's projected to be a 4th-round pick. Then Anthony Rogers is leaving. He's projected to be a 5th-round pick at tailback. And Craig Breeze is projected to be a 5th-round pick at tackle. Speaking of tackles, junior tackle Carter Lowe is transferring. Following him will be wide receiver Cameron Williams and wide receiver Darian Williams. Joining them will be redshirt junior Tim Carpenter and Andy Toner. Good God. Wow. Okay, so they're losing 3 quarterbacks. Redshirt junior Tim Carpenter, freshman Andy Toner, and freshman Caleb Verrett. Woo. Damn. And that's it. But I mean, it's, when you got 3 quarterbacks, let's see, you got 3 quarterbacks leaving, and they're all underclassmen. They're not leaving for the draft or anything. They're just leaving. That's bad. You've got 2 receivers leaving in the draft. 1 receiver's leaving in the port. Oh no, I'm sorry. 3 receivers leaving in the draft. You've got another 2 receivers leaving in the portal. So you're losing 5 receivers. That's a lot. All right, so who else do we got here? Oregon next on the list. They are losing cornerback Ezekiel Burrows. He is projected to be a 1st-round pick. Brenton Aviles is leaving. He's projected to be a 2nd-round pick at free safety. And Cooper Perry is projected to be a 5th-round pick at receiver, and he is saying hasta la vista, baby. And joining them entering the surprisingly, they only have 2 people leaving in the transfer portal. One is left tackle Alan Vanover, who is a freshman, and they're losing sophomore redshirt kicker Kyle Townsend. And then also joining the underclassmen in the draft, in the pro draft, will be 6th-round pick Xavier Sims at defensive end, and projected 1st-round pick at free safety Kingston Lopa, as well as second round cornerback Brandon Finney Jr. He stayed all 4 years. I am shocked. I figured he would have been gone after 2. Or no, 3. Well, let's see. Why'd he stick around? That's a good question. I'm surprised he didn't leave after his junior year in 2017. He had 5 interceptions. But, I mean, he had his reasons. So, Brandon Finney Jr. is deciding to leave. So, not too bad. Not a lot of people leaving for the Ducks, which saying something. Projected 6th round pick Derek Simmons at defensive end. He's projected to go in the draft. Black linebacker Zadian Rainey Sale. And then wide receiver Jerome Miles. Projected to be a 2nd round pick. Alright, next up, Penn State. So they've got one guy leaving early in the pro draft. That's Tiki Hayes. He's projected to be a 2nd round pick. And he's coming off another 900-yard season. This one only 7 touchdowns, but still the same amount of yards. So, I guess he's deciding to strike when the iron's hot. Makes sense. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players leaving the transfer portal. A free safety that's a senior that's projected to go in the 6th round. Another halfback, Quentin Martin Jr. is projected to go in the 6th round. Right tackle Malachi Goodman is projected to go in the 1st round. Defensive end Chaz Coleman is projected to go in the 7th. Jacob Pontonen projected to go in the 5th round. And that is it. Wow. Well, really not a lot of players as far as portal and stuff, so it's kind of one of those weird ones. Purdue is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 players, 12 players transferring. Decent number of graduates, but nobody going in the draft. Oh, damn it. Wrong one. All right, on the offensive side, Jamie Wilson Hunter is leaving, citing pro potential. He is a junior left guard. Joining him in the portal will be wide receiver Matt Kenyani and quarterback Nicholas McGraw, as well as quarterback Skylar Williams. And then wide receiver Clinton Thomas is a freshman. He will have 3 years of eligibility when he hits the portal. And Skylar Williams will have 1. He's coming in as a 73 overall and has not thrown a single pass as of yet. We'll see where he ends up. Nicholas McGraw is also on this list. He has 6 yards in 1 game, 6 yards in 1 game, no touchdowns and 1 interception. It was ugly. Wow. Well, and that looks like that's going to be it for that. The next team we're looking at will be Rutgers. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 transfers. Quarterback Randy Ty will have 1 year of eligibility left, maybe 2 if he redshirts. Freshman right guard Brad Shelley. Center Mohammed Okino. Terrell Drango at wide receiver. Max Block at right guard. Emma Shimbo at center. Tight end Robert Lowe. Tailback Quandre Carter. And then left tackle Chris Vigna. Not really anybody that stands out. I mean, as far as overall goes. It's transferring. I mean, Vigna's a left tackle, but he's a junior. Cardener is a sophomore, redshirt sophomore running back, so he might end up getting something. Robert Lowe is a redshirt sophomore tight end, so he has 2 years possibly to develop into something. That's pretty much it, unfortunately. And then for the rest, let's see. I know it's not. Oh, Stanford. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys transferring out, including quarterback Brian Cockrill, who's a freshman, but he's only a 65. The highest overall player that's transferring out, redshirt freshman guard Afa Gizzy. So it's not looking good for Stanford, but is it ever looking good for Stanford? So let's see. I don't see. Oh, never mind. We're getting close. UCLA and the USC. UCLA. Julian Lewis is going in the draft. He's projected to be a first-round pick. Joining him as a projected first-round pick is Jeremiah Brink. And projected to go in the 5th round is wide receiver Chris Lawson. Transferring out will be tight end Noah Fox Flores. Freshman quarterback Ricky Rowland. Junior left tackle Mark Schloder. Right tackle Garrison Blank. Another redshirt freshman quarterback Tavares McNitt. Guard. Oh, never mind. That's a graduate. Projected to go in the 6th round as a senior, Jensen Somerville. And another projected first rounder, this one at tailback, Siri Gaines. And then we have USC. Derek Greggs is projected to go in the 1st round. He is leaving as a wide receiver, junior. Entering the portal is left tackle Jackson Lloyd from USC. Center Bob Rugama. He's also entering the portal. Quarterback Christian Benedict is transferring out, as is quarterback Jake McClain. Right guard Carter Sampson is leaving as well, as is wide receiver Ben Everett. Bradley Donahue is also leaving. So, yep. And then last but not least, redshirt sophomore quarterback Bobby Creech is also transferring out. I want to say, nope, Washington. I was going to say, I think we're almost done with the Big Ten, but I'm not really sure. Washington, Taven St. Clair is projected to go in the 1st round. He's leaving as a redshirt junior. Daniel Bray is projected to go in the 5th round as a redshirt junior. He is leaving for the draft. Entering the transfer portal is wide receiver Ezekiel Oken, wide receiver Justice Williams, guard Champ Chaliola. Tailback Nolan Love. Guard Moses Pace. Quarterback Max Gerlich. Tackle Mike Shelby. Guard Jake Flores. And then we have three more that are going to be projected draft picks. Left guard Paika Funu. Left guard John Mills, who's projected to be a second round pick. And then tight end Baron Noni, who should be a seventh round pick. So make of that what you will. And then the last team that we have, at least on the bottom of this list, is Wisconsin for the Big Ten. Isaiah Liggins is entering the portal as a fourth round pick. And then they are having two players transfer, right guard Eric Ecker and left guard Reggie Horner. They're both projected to leave. Both are redshirt freshmen. And Dylan Jones is projected to go in the sixth round as a senior. And that's it for that. Let me see. So we have, let me see. What else we got here? Sorry. Let me see. We got Cal. Nope, never mind. Cal's in the ACC. Shit. Got anybody else in the Big Ten? No, I don't think so. Not Duke, not one. No. No. Oh, here we go. Illinois, and then Indiana, and then Iowa. So Illinois has 6 transfers. Sophomore running back Robert Dent. Freshman fullback Dakota Pettigrew. Sophomore guard Bobby Rabe. Right tackle sophomore Frank Slay. Left guard Kevin Lanny, who's a sophomore. And then junior running back Sergio Killebrew. That's it. That's the transfers. And nobody's eligible. Well, nope, never mind. Nobody on the offensive side was eligible for the draft. Now, we've got Killebrew on. We've got Caleb Uzenu is leaving as a redshirt sophomore corner. Joining him is redshirt sophomore corner Joel McClone. Defensive end Anthony Pitta. Defensive end Will Wilnerson Chalamadri. Doug Dobbins at free safety. Dylan Waitman at Mike linebacker. James Little the fourth at corner. Let's see. Sam linebacker Josh Lee. And Sam linebacker Isaiah Camara. He's a freshman. Ooh. So Indiana, they've got 2 players that are projected to go. One's in the second, one's in the fifth. Both are wide receivers. Wide receiver Willie Carden and wide receiver LeBron Bond. Entering the transfer portal will be sophomore tailback Billy Wayne, junior tailback Jahil Hagman, wide receiver Jeff Alexander, tight end Jason Schulsters, guard Evan Parker, another guard Rodney Earls, free safety Tyrone Hale, will linebacker Oscar Murphy, tackle Colton Westbrook, Wide receiver Ty Conklin, who's I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. We'll see if he decides to stay. Maybe he comes. Maybe he comes calling to one of the Michigan schools since he's from Dearborn, Michigan. Guard Dan Ritter, defensive end Ezekiel Thornhill, punter Jason Shipman, center Jose Parson, wide receiver Devon Chandler, and wide receiver Nick Muti. Defensive end Keyshawn Calhoun. Quarterback Troy Verner, who is a freshman. Free safety A.J. Graham. And defensive end Tristan Abram. And that's pretty much it. And then we got Iowa. We've got a handful of transfers. Will linebacker Alexander Hargrave. Right tackle Sean Herman. Sam linebacker Cedric Works. Wide receiver Akeem Cherry. Tight end Quincy Okawar. Tailback Kyle Stammer. Quarterback Alec Minsky, he was a junior. Tailback Rashard Gold. Wide receiver Rashad Perry. Guard Jason Stokes. And he's the last one. And then everybody's graduating, but nobody's going into the draft. And I want to say that should be it. Yeah, that should be it. I don't think there's... Oh, nope. One more. Maryland. Okay, and that's just a list of transfers. Free safety, DeMarcus Smith. Defensive end, Caleb Williams. D tackle, Samuel Cohen. Cornerback, Jeremiah Sora. Jamichael Fox at tailback. Grant Keenan at Sam linebacker. Wide receiver, Mike Smith. And Sam linebacker, Steve Pelishek. And that definitely should be it because we are getting back to Michigan. So that's it. That's who's entering the portal for basically anybody from the Big Ten. We'll keep our eyes on the portal. We'll see what comes of it, and we'll see what happens. But I don't know what to expect because honestly, I don't really know what I'm gonna need yet until I actually look at the recruiting portal. Damn, got a lot of upgrades there. Alright, so Dunsbar and Costello are still threats to leave. And then I've got a tight end who's a threat to leave, threat to transfer because of pro potential. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Alright, let's look at the draft results. For Michigan, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players go in the draft. 2 go in the 7th round, those being Tevis Metcalf and tackle Blake Frazier. 1 go in the 5th round, that was free safety Jacob Oden. 4th round was cornerback Josiah Edmond, wide receiver Ramon Shelley, and wide receiver Jamar Browder, as well as quarterback Ryan Pugsley. Matt Otten went in the 3rd round at wide receiver, and Andrew Babaloa went in the 2nd round. Alright, so Michigan State didn't have anybody. Nebraska had 3. Harvey Draper went in the first. William Newry went in the 4th, and then the 7th went Cameron Keys. Let's see who else. Northwestern had Jonathan Bibbs go in the 6th. Ohio State had a laundry list, including 4 going in the first round. Brendan McCargo, Clyde Washington, Deontay Newcomb, and Devin Sanchez. Second round, Ty Firmagine, Joshua Moore, I'm sorry. Fourth round, Anthony Rogers, as well as Nate Roberts and Craig Breeze. Seventh round, Wendell Gregory. Let's see, Oregon. 2 in the first round, Ezekiel Burrows and Kingston Lopa. Second round, Jerome Miles and Braden Finney Jr., as well as Brenton Aviles. Third round, Zarius Rainey Sale. Fourth round, Xavier Sims. And fifth round, Cooper Perry, Derek Simmons, and Kamar Muti. And then in the sixth round, Ife Onabui. And Penn State, they had Malachi Goodman going to first, Tiki Hayes in the third, Jacob Pontanen in the fourth, Quentin Martin Jr. in the fifth, Chaz Coleman in the fifth, Weber Torrey in the fifth, and Garrett Sexton in the sixth round. Purdue didn't have anybody go. Rutgers had 1 go in the seventh. That was Talib Kaba. Nope, not Stanford. Not Temple. I don't think I have anybody until we get to UCLA. UCLA had 5 go, 3 in the first round. That was Julian Lewis, Siri Gaines, and Jeremiah Brink. Chris Lawson went in the 5th, as did Jensen Somerville. All right, USC, Khalil Lockett went in the 1st. Derek Griggs went in the 1st, as did Michael Fazuis. Third round, Micah Alejandro. Fourth round, where did he come? Oh, fuck. So he was in Hawaii for 2 years. Then he played at Miami for a year and then went to USC. Basically, he stayed 2 years on the island of Hawaii, left, hit the mainland, went to Miami, and then was like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to go back to the West Coast and go to USC. Damn. Interesting. And let's see. Romeo Eson went in the 4th, and then Trey Glasper went in the 5th for USC. Washington. First round, Taven St. Clair. Second round, John Mills. Fourth round, Daniel Bray. Fourth round, Pika Fanu. And then fifth round, Brandon Noe. And I want to say Wisconsin should be the last one for right here. Fourth round, Isaiah Liggins. Fourth round, Mason Posa. Fifth round, Dylan Jones. And sixth round, Ernest Wilner Jr. And then we'll get back towards the better part of the alphabet, beginning part of the alphabet. I believe for the Big Ten, it starts, doesn't start till we get none of the Florida teams, not present. Doesn't start till we get to Illinois. Illinois had nobody. Indiana had 2. Second round, Willie Carden. Fifth round, LeBron Bond. Iowa had 3. Sixth round, Jared Dalton. Sixth round, Grant Bricks. And seventh round, Drew Doyle. And then I want to say Maryland. And then 6th round for Maryland, Malik Washington at quarterback. And he spent all 4 years at Maryland, surprisingly. All right, so that's everybody for the Big Ten. That's everybody for the draft results for the Big Ten. We will be hitting the portal. We have 3 players signed right now. We're going to look at setting up visits for the guys that we have. We'll set up a first week visit for running back Vince Hicks, and we're going to use Coach Prestige as our selling point. We're also going to be looking into tailback George. Well, let's see. Well, hang on. Let's look at the prospect list first. Okay, right now, as it stands right now, we just need 2 corners. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and hit on that real quick. Get these 2 corners. Craig Rousseau, who's entering the portal as a freshman, and then sophomore Jason Cribbs. We will probably look into more. Let me go look at the corner list and let me see. All right, so we have Dwayne Galloway, who's a true junior. He's actually at number 6 on our list. I would actually look at him. Let's add him to the list too. All right. Oh, so we've got 2 guys that are going to lock us out, 1 at will and 1 at right tackle. I need to get them off the list real quick. And that is it for the rest. We're going to start with that. We're going to hit 50 points for the new guys. You know what? He's ready to visit, and we've already unlocked one, so we're going to hit Coach Prestige up for him and get that going. And while we're at that, we'll do 25 just in case. All right, we'll do 50 and 50. There's not a single grade on this one. Oh shit. I hope we get something good out of this. It's not a D, not a negative letter grade, so I hope we get something good out of this. Alright, so we've got pretty much everybody else there. We need to schedule visits for a few players. Tim Elsing will do, it's 10 hours, so we'll do it for week 1, and we will cite championship contendership. Joe Hunt, looking at 15, and we're going to hit Coach Prestige. Dom Venable, we're going to hit Coach Prestige, and we're going to go week 2. Eric Clemens, we're going to go week 2 as well. And we're also going to hit Coach Prestige. Trainer, Coach Prestige as well, week 2. Emmett Coffee, we're going to do Coach Prestige as well, week 2. Cameron Gay, we're going to have to do week 3. And we will hit playing time. Alright, championship contendership, week 3. He's real close, so If we're going to get him, we're going to have to get him early. Okay, no visit scheduled. We're close on a few things, so let's throw him 25 hours. Oh, we got him. We got recruiting hours. Got 40 hours for the dual threat quarterback. We'll set him up for week 3, and we'll do coach prestige. Tailback Kellen Mond. We will go with brand exposure. 15 hours. Coach prestige, and we'll go week 4. And then we got Fix Hill. All right, so we've got 750 hours still to go. And we need to scout players. So we will go ahead and scout Kyle Scoldren. Get him scouted all the way. All right. Not bad. Right, so we got 280 hours. We still have 11 scholarships, 11 targets that we could add. And we still have 11 scholarships to hand out. Okay, so right now we have pretty much most of our stuff done. I'm going to take a little pause for the cause, and then I'm going to go take a look at my roster and see if there are any positions. No, I'm going to go back and look at my recruiting, and then I'm going to look at my roster and then see if there are any positions that I need to add some more recruits to, or just kind of finite. Okay, let's take a look at the recruiting. We'll break it down by positions. So I've got 2 quarterbacks, 1 coming in, 1 that's on the recruiting block. 3 running backs, no fullbacks, 3 wide receivers, 1 already recruited, 2 of them coming in. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe add another receiver. since I did lose quite a few. Tight end, don't have anybody. May look into that. Got to look at the roster. Tackle, I've got 2. Guards, I've got nobody. Center, I've got nobody. Edges, I've got 3, including 1 signed. D tackle, I've got 1. I'm definitely going to be looking into that. Definitely going to be looking at the D tackles. I think I'm going to need more depth than just 1. Matter of fact, I'm pretty damn sure of it. Outside linebacker, I've got 2. Mikes, I've got 2. Corners, I've got 4. Free safety, I've got 1. We're down to 3. Down to 3 teams. Hopefully, we can keep Pitt from signing him. I may want to add another free safety just in case. We have a kicker coming in Joaquin Gordo, and then that is it. We have a defensive end athlete coming in. We do not have, oh, he's in our top 10, but he's still kind of running there, so we might get lucky. Okay, so basically D tackle, receiver, tight end. Okay. All right, so we're going to look at the transfer. Okay, so tackle. All right, tackle is one of them. We're going to need to hit, so we're going to hit the tackles. Well, let's see. We're being locked out of Jackson Lloyd, USC. He doesn't want to come back. Ohio State's Carter Lowe has us in his top 8 at number 4. We're going to go ahead and add him. Like I said, D tackle, we've got 1. I think I'm going to add about 2 more. And we're going to add the former Georgia D tackle, Jamie Brodeur, and the former Pitt D tackle, Jordan Crawford. They're both in their top 8, both 4 stars. One has us at 8, and one has us at 4. And then we're going to go hit the tight end and the receivers. So tight ends, we only have 2 that are on the list of what we're looking at that have us as interest. And that would be Rashad Hawker, who was from Ohio, and then Del Mevis, who was from Oregon State. I'm probably going to look at Hawker first, and then we're going to go look at receivers. Oh, Louisville's Demarius Warlio. Okay. Definitely going to keep a look at him. I mean, he's in his top 8, and he has us at number 5, so why not? Let's open it up a little bit, and let's see. So, Trevon Pepper from Oklahoma State has us out. Oaken from Washington has us locked out as well. Justice Almustus Williams, his deal breaker is playing time, and we have D plus and need a B minus, so that's probably not going to work out. Jeff Alexander has us on his list at number 4. We're going to go ahead and add him. Ramon Pena has us on his list at number 5. You know what? Former Michigan player, or he's from Belleville, Michigan, so may not be a bad idea. So we'll take a look. I'm looking around, just kind of looking, seeing if there's like Bruner has well, Burners open. I don't see anybody that particularly sticks out, at least that I remember for the receivers, but I mean, my mind is kind of... Alrighty, so I don't really see anybody else that sticks out. Alright, we'll go back to our recommended list then for receivers. We're looking at former Louisville wide receiver Darius Warlio, and we're also looking at former Indiana receiver Jeff Alexander. You know what? Let's go ahead and add one more. We'll add Ramon Pena to that list too. All right, so we've got our list. We are in good shape, I think, so should be all right. We'll go ahead and recruit the guys that we need to. Slap down some recruit, some scholarships. Alright, so we got 70 hours left. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recruits that have not been scouted, so we might get 2. Biggest question is, who would we want to put on the list? Honestly, I want to go with the guys that are highly interested in us right now. And the best we're getting is 4th, and that is tackle Carter Lowe, D tackle Jordan Crawford, and then wide receiver Jeff Alexander. So maybe let's go ahead and recruit. Let's go ahead and scout Jordan Crawford. I'm assuming his numbers are going to be good. He's a junior, so right. He's got workhorses and ability. His awareness is at 73, strength's at an 88, so that's good. Tackles at an 88, so that's not bad either. All right, and then what else are we looking at here? What else do we want to look at? Let's look at Carter Lowe, the left tackle. Strong grip is an ability. Awareness at 84. Definitely good pass block power at 97. Definitely good pass block number at 93. His agility at 98. His strength at 93. Holy hell, if I can get him signed, I would love it. So, alright, we got 10 more hours left. I think we're going to let him go. Alright, let's move on to week number 2. And let's see what kind of damage we're going to end up with. Alright, week 1 of recruiting is done. We've got 4 guys coming in for visits this week. No damage, so that's a good thing right now, so that works in our favor. Let's see. We have 825 recruiting hours left, so we'll go ahead and, oh wow. So Ramon Pena jumped up to first. We're going to uh, we're going to increase our recruiting hours from 25 to 50, and we're going to scout him real quick, especially since he jumped up to first. We want to know what we're looking at. All right, we got him scouted. 81 awareness, 90 speed, 97 spectacular catch, 91 acceleration, 86 catch, 93 catch in traffic. He has 3 abilities: press pro, sure hands, and 50-50. And he has a mental of team player. I think his 50-50 is right up there. Joining for first for interest would be Jeff Alexander. We're going to go ahead. We're going to scout him. Awareness is at 77, but he's 95 speed, 93 acceleration, 85 catch, 94 spec catch, recoup and double dip, road dog and roller coasters as mentals. We're going to increase him from 25 to 50, especially since he's first. Wardlow is second. We're going to go ahead and scout him since it's only going to cost us 20 hours. He's got good numbers. 3 good abilities: cutter, layout, and double dip. Mentals are fan favorite, winning time, and road dog, so that's good. Rashad Hawker at second. He's moved into his top 5. He's actually ready to he's ready to schedule a visit. We just don't have anything checked off yet, otherwise I would schedule a visit. We're going to go ahead and get him scouted though. His awareness is low at 64, but his catching numbers are pretty decent. Catching is at 80, catching traffic's at 76. We'll see what comes of it. I think I'm going to leave him at the 25 hours. All right, we got 2 check marks on Jordan Crawford. He's moved up to number 2. He's already fully scouted. Jamie Brodeur has not been scouted. He is a check mark for championship conference prestige at 25 hours. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy scouted. So the only ability he gets is workhorse. He has 90 strength, which is great for a D tackle. 92 tackle, another good one. So, yeah, I can get him signed. Hallelujah. Craig Rousseau, I am going to put up a visit for him. We'll do him for week 4, and we're going to go with championship contender. We'll see if that, we'll see. I don't think, nope. He's got a visit scheduled. Let's see, is there anybody on this list? Let me see. We got 4 guys ready for visits. Let me see. Still got an open week. Jason Cribbs, who is a transfer, he's ready for a visit, as is Dwayne Galloway. Also got a check mark. Carlo and Rashad Hawker. They're ready, but we don't have anything positive to report on them just yet. So which one, Galloway or Cribbs? I would go with Galloway. Yep, I would go with Galloway. Alright, so we're going to set him up for a week 4 visit. Exciting championship contender. And we still have time. We can set up a week 4 visit. But I don't necessarily know if I need anything. Right now, it says no. It may change in a week or two. It may change within a week. I don't know. Whew. So we'll see. The number 1 guy on the prospect list is actually Martin Rovell at strong safety, and he signed with Louisville. So actually, the top 4 guys have already signed. One signed with Louisville. The other one signed with Oregon. The third guy signed with Texas, and the 4th guy, so 2 of the top 4, who are actually California kids, signed with Oregon. Damn. And then we got another one that signed with Oregon as a corner. Ooh, man. And then we've got the number 7 overall recruit and wide receiver Cameron Crothers. So, and then we also have the top quarterback, and that would be Zach Alexander from right here in Oak Park, Michigan. Well, so we've got some players coming. We've got some good players coming in this year for this upcoming year. We'll wait and see. I mean, right now, I kind of want to wait and see what we get. The tailback is going to be instrumental because of the simple fact that I've got 3 quarterbacks on the roster. I've got one more coming. I've got 1 coming in. I've got 4 running backs on the roster for this year. I think I've got a few on the list. I don't remember if I've got anybody signed. Wide receivers, I've only got 3. Oh my God, I'm glad I decided to go after some receivers. Jesus Christ, I only have 3 receivers signed? Yeah, definitely. Fuck, I didn't know it was that bad, that receiver. Shit. I've got 1 signed, then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 others. You know what? I'm gonna go back out onto that. I'm gonna go back out and look at some receivers. I need some receivers. Oh, we're gonna put Amari Williams, a true junior transfer, on the list, as well as Ty Conklin, a true sophomore. I'll put him on the list too. Matt Mears has locked us out. He's a true sophomore. I'm trying to think if I want to add anybody else or not. Let me go ahead and add 1 more just for the sake of it, just for the hell of it. All right, so we got 3. Alright, let's see. Good God. Hopefully I get somebody signed because this is getting very interesting very quickly. Only got one tight end coming in. Do I have what does my tight end situation look like? That's a good question. Alright, tight end. Oh, I'm good. I got 3. Only lost 1. If he signs, we're good. I'll have Zaire Blades, who will be coming off of redshirt freshman. Pugh, who's coming off a good year as a freshman, and then Barber, who, well, I mean, he held it down for me last year, so I can't complain. Oh, let's see. Yeah, let's upgrade his route running. Upgrade his route running to 81. Let's see, we got 8 left. Let's upgrade his. Let's go ahead and upgrade his IQ. Alright, upgrade his IQ to 84. What about... We can upgrade his... Oh, we can't upgrade his hands. We need 6. What else can we upgrade? Nothing. Alright. He's got no mentals that I can upgrade. Physicals. Not enough points. Hasn't met any of the others yet. Okay. Alright, we'll see. We'll see what we can get. Alright. Cool. Anybody else in 7, 5, 4? Let's see. What about Baker? We can upgrade his accuracy. Or we can upgrade... Nope, not enough. We can upgrade his accuracy. We can upgrade his accuracy. From an 89 to a 90, I would suppose. Let's go ahead and do that. Nope, actually upgraded to a 91. Cool. Alright, do that. That'll work. Dunsbar. Let's see, let's check his numbers. Okay, he's got 5. Ooh, we can upgrade. We can upgrade his accuracy. We can upgrade his IQ. Or we can upgrade his elusiveness. I think I'm going to upgrade his accuracy. Push it up to an 80, 79. Push his overall to an 80. Mobile resistance. One more point, now I can get mobile resistance for his physicals. Okay, we'll see what we can do for that. Costello. Let's see. Let's upgrade his accuracy. Okay, He's upgraded to a 77 on accuracy, 76 overall. Alright. Haven't met any of this yet, so we'll have to wait. Okay. Actually, Baker's not set as a captain. I may want to. I think I'm going to set him as a captain. Yeah, I think I'm going to set him as a captain. Yeah, we'll set him as a captain. Okay. I'll get into that later. I don't want to. I'll get into all that shit later after off screen. Alright, so week 2, we are pretty much set for everything. I can't think of anything that we need to look at that we haven't already looked at. So I think we should be alright. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens after week 2. Week 2 is in the books. We lost we lost a D tackle. We'll lock this out. That would have been Jamie Brodeur. And we also lost Bill Marquina to Iowa. So we're going to have to drop 2 players. We'll see what that's going to entail. So we pick up 675 hours. Let's drop the 2 guys that we need to drop. We'll see if we need to regroup. I don't know if we do or not, but we'll see. It says we don't. I've got 2 D tackles. Yeah, I got receivers I've got covered. The D tackle is where I'm worried at. Neither one signed, but they're on there, so okay. Let's look at some more. Let's go look at some more D tackles. Probably I may sign 1 or 2. Alright, so true freshman Looney. Oh, okay. We'll add him to the list. And maybe Victor Bell. No, he's close. We already got him on the list, but he's close to going to Oregon. Don't think we're gonna be able to get him. Yeah. You know what? Let's add Terrell Cribbs to the list. See what we can get away with. Nothing major, which he's a red shirt for grip breaker and workhorse. Oh, I can see why he's being heavily scouted by Oregon. Yeah, I can see. All right, so I think we're good with everything else. Let me look, see who is ready for a visit. Alright, are we actually ready for a visit? Yes. Alright, we will set him up for week 4, and we will do play style. And that is going to be it. All the rest of our visits are locked up for the next 2 weeks. This ought to be fun. Alright, we get a commitment finally. Tailback Kareem Mon from Palestine, Illinois. Signed, and He was the only one. We lost Galloway. Looks like I think we lost about 3 players. 2. We lost Galloway, who was supposed to come and pay us a visit this week. He signed with Ohio State. Rat bastard. And then we lost left tackle Carter Lowe. Oh, and then we lost Cameron Gay and Rashad Hawker, who signed with Miami. And honestly, Hawker, not surprised. So we'll see. Alright, let me get into... This is the last week of recruiting. Let me see. Oh, shit. Okay. I did not know it was this bad. Motherfucker. Alright, let me... Alright, we'll add DeMarco Sprinkle. Apparently I need a fullback, which I did not know that. And then the crazy thing is that there are no fullbacks. There are... No, I'm sorry. I'm full up. That's why. Oh, okay. So... Ooh, this is going to be interesting. I need to drop some receivers. I need to drop some receivers. Shit. I just don't know who to drop because a lot of them are interested. But I need to drop some. You know what? I'm gonna drop Wario. Like, give me a target. Fullback is not gonna do it because I'm not gonna be able to find one. I need a 4th tackle. We will go with Dalton Harris. I need a guard. Oh man, I need 3 defensive ends. Fucking 2 linebackers. A free safety. Oh my god, I need so many damn players. It ain't even funny. Shit. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Alright. Okay, this is... Wait, hang on. I forget. I gotta fucking remove players. Oh, duh. Alright, so that opens up 3 spots right there. Make it 4. So I've got 4 spots opened up. I just need to find the most... I need another tackle. I need a guard. I need 3 edges. This is going to be interesting. Alright, we'll add another tackle. We will throw a guard on the list. And then I need... two more edges. I need more, still need more players, and I don't have enough. This is gonna suck. This is going to suck. Alright, so we're full up on the recruiting board. I'm gonna have to just pray. At this point, I am gonna have to just pray. Alright. Let's see what we get. So, final week of off-season recruiting. Alright, we get cornerback Craig Rousseau from Springfield, Illinois. He commits. Wide receiver Jeff Alexander from Joliet, Illinois. Wide receiver Ramon Pena from Belleville, Michigan. Halfback Vince Hicks from Jacksonville, Florida. Halfback George Illoy from Anake, Iowa. Quarterback Via Incombe from Huntington Beach, California. D-tackle Clyde Skrull from Montevideo, New Jersey. Mike linebacker Emmett Coffey from Belleville, Michigan. Corner Angelo Trainer from Trenton, New Jersey. Tackle Eric Clemens from Chicago. Dom Venable, left tackle, also from Chicago. Joe Hunt from Naperville, Illinois, at will linebacker. Also will linebacker Tim Ellenson from Hamilton, Ohio. Right defensive end Walt Shanicki from Middle Village, New York. Defensive end Silas Chu from Detroit, Michigan. D-tackle Shani Louis from Waldorf, Maryland. Amari Williams, wide receiver from Wheaton, Illinois. Wide receiver Ty Conklin from Dearborn, Michigan. Wide receiver Amani Sheedy from Clarkston, Michigan. D-tackle Terrell Cribbs from Greensboro, North Carolina. Quarterback DeMarco Sprinkle from Hartford, Connecticut. Right tackle Dalton Harris from Dearborn, Michigan. Right tackle Michael O'Connelly from Glen Ellyn, Illinois. And that is it. So we had a busy list. Alright, so let us take a look at what National Signing Day has bought us. So Rashad Hendricks signed with Pittsburgh. We were number 30 on his list. Floyd Kern signed with Memphis, Missouri. Clemson got Jason Cribbs. Toledo got Jordan Crawford. Tennessee got Rico Scoogan. Lewis Moncrief went to Duke. And Connor Best went to Toledo. So we got 28 recruits signed out of 35. We ended up with the number 13 overall class, which includes 2 5-star recruits. Wide receiver, let's see. Look at the details. Wide receiver Cameron Cawthorn from right here, from Lombard, Illinois. And then quarterback Zach Alexander from Oak Park, Michigan. Was the number 1 player by position and the number 1 in the state of Michigan. we actually, let's see, by position, we ended up with one player being number one by position, and that was quarterback Zach Alexander. By state, we ended up with four. That would be quarterback Zach Alexander, quarterback DeMarco Sprinkle, who was number one in Hartford in the state of Connecticut. Steve Paul, who was number one defensive end in the state of Connecticut, and Ramon Pena, who was the number one receiver in the state of Michigan. And we've got about 3 twos for state, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, an 8, 2 eights, a 12. This multiples all the way down to number 145. Wow. Alrighty. Best we got was number 7 nationally. We got 2 top 10 national players. We got 3 in the top 25. In the top 50, we ended up with 5. Top 100, we ended up with 6. We ended up with 6 guys in the top 100. Top 150, we ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more players. So we ended up in the top 150, we ended up with 11 players. That's insane. Georgia ended up with the number 1 recruiting class. Ohio State ended up with the number 2. Oregon ended up at number 3 with 3 5 stars. It'll be interesting, definitely. Alright, so that is it for that. We're going to go now and we're going to go look at position changes that we're going to be looking to make. Let's look and see. Alright, we got 1 athlete, and that would be Walter Shinicki, who's, well, it's going to be defensive end. I just don't know which side yet. It'll either be left or right. Looking like it's going to be right, but I don't know. Alright, we've got, wow. We've got 6 quarterbacks on our roster. DeMarco Sprinkle is right now listed at number 2. We'll see what training looks like, because Costello, Dunsbar, and Baker will go through that. Ooh, somebody, and I've got a funny feeling it's going to unfortunately be this poor bastard is going to get cut. I don't know that for sure, but good God. Alright, so, wow. Mon ended up being the worst at 69. Hicks is 75. And then Enoque is at 78. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 receivers. Cameron Cawthorn is going to be at 77. Depending on how training goes, he might end up getting redshirted. I hate to say it, but he might get redshirted. We're going to have 4 tight ends. Everyone's been redshirted, so we've got 4 left tackles. What do we got on the right side? Oh, we've got 5. So maybe one of y'all is going to go. I don't know. Guards, we've got 4 on the left. And we got 4 on the right. We're good. Center, we got 3 guys, so we're good there. Defensive ends. Left side, we've got 3. Right side, we've got 4. So I'm going to put the athlete on the, yep, I'm going to put him on the left side. Yep, you're going over to the left side. You're going to left end. All right. Okay. D tackle, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got a funny feeling a couple of you guys are going to get put down. We're going to end up probably, we're going to end up going back into the portal for some more. We got 3 Sams. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Mikes. We've got 5 Wills. Mikes. Let's see. I think we're gonna if we move anybody, from the mic, I'm thinking maybe moving them to the Will, or no, I'm sorry, the Sam. Let's see, where would Springs? He'd make a good 75 as a Sam and as a Will. All right, we're gonna move Quadre Springs to the Sam spot. That will give me 4 Sam linebackers, which I'm fine with. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. I'm definitely hitting the recruiting portal. I'm hitting recruiting for corners. Probably at least 1 for free safety, or maybe not. 78 and 80. All right, let's see. Well, let me see. Let's see. What would his overall? Nope, it's not moving. Okay. Well, Angel Wade. His overall doesn't move. Okay. Trail Hills. He moves to a 73 if I'm in the free safety. What would that get me? He'd be at the bottom of the list, so it's just a matter of, yeah, he'd be at the bottom of the list. Really, okay, I've got 2 guys that are graduating, and I'll have 4. I'll have 4 left over, so that's going to be, I don't know, Legion. What is that? Let me look at his. What is Legion? Composure game for all DBs on INT or pass breakups. Oh, wow. Okay. Shit. That's pretty cool. Okay, we're definitely, alright, I'm definitely going to look into this during the off season. I'm definitely going to sort through this and start upgrading players. I think I've done all the position changes. Let me go back and look at the... Yeah, I've done all the position changes I can. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next phase. Actually, give me a second. I want to look up something. More of a curiosity. I want to see if he's still on the roster or not. And he is. All right, Thomas C. is still on the roster. He's an 89 overall. Whew. He threw for 4,838 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 6 picks. Damn. He honestly, he's that one that I feel the worst about. Because I let him walk away. I let him walk away. All right, so let's move on to the next week. Moving past National Signing Day, picked up more points. Yeah, I'm not surprised. All right. What did I just done? Dev trade has been upgraded to star for the tight end Ethan Barber. That's good. Training results and then upgrading coaching skills. Let's look at our training results first. All right. Let's just take it by position group first. So Baker moved up to a 95. Sprinkle moved up to an 86. Dunsbar is an 85. And Costello is an 81. So Baker is going to be the starting quarterback. The backup, honestly, that one is going to come. That one, honestly, that one is going to be a split. I could see Dunsbar being the backup, but I could see Sprinkle being the. That one is going to be, honestly, it's just going to be interesting to me. We'll see. Tailbacks. Jamison Kamara moved up to a 93. Jake Parker is in an 87, as is Dom Thrasher. And then Lorenzo Brooks is at a 79. So far, out of the two position groups, the highest plus-minus movement has been +6 for Dunsbar. We'll see if that changes as we keep moving position groups. Eli Owens is an 83. Wide receivers, Ramon Pena is at the top of the list at an 86. Jeff Alexander, or 88. Alexander is an 86. Amari Williams is an 86, as is Amoni Shutu. Ty Conklin is an 83. 79 for Jason Rubin. 78 for Nate Badgett, and then Damian Camardo is sitting at 76. Ethan Barber moved up 2 to a 93. 82 for Jonathan Pugh. Zaire Blade moves up to a 77. And then Gideon Alcamondu moved up to a 72. He is up by the most at +9. Ty Haywood stays at an 87. Austin Gee moves up to an 82. And John Mirkowitski is at a 78. Cameron Kiak moved up to a 94. He moved up 5 points. Avery Gatz stays where he is as an 83. He did put on 2 pounds. Kiak also put on 2 pounds. Lloyd Stevens puts on 3 pounds, goes up 2 overall. And then Sean Kane puts on 3 pounds, goes up by 3 to a 71 overall. Strayhorn goes up 2 to an 88. Wing goes up 5 to an 80. And Meekins goes up 1 to a 79. Prince Hook goes up 2 to an 82. Travis Lamar moves up 5 to an 80. Dylan Bam moves up 6 to a 73, and then Tyreek Lemon moves up 3 to a 65. For the tackles, Dalton Harris moves up 1. Michael O'Connell stays where he is at 79. Kenny Odrick moves up 1 to a 74, picks up an extra pound. And then Tobias Fournette moves up 2 to a 72. Javon Campbell moves up 3 points to a 91. Travis Moulton moves up 2 points to an 84. And Nathaniel Marshall moves up 3 to an 83. Defensive end, Devin Voorhees moves up 5 to an 86. Quincy Steed moves up 3 to an 82. D tackles, Bobby Kanana moves up 3 to an 82. Greg Bradbury moves up 1 to a 79. Sanu Looney moves up 2 to a 76. Terrell Cribbs moves up 2 to a 72. And Craig Berger moves up 7 to a 70. Still not the biggest climb I've seen. Biggest climb still at 9. Nathaniel Botanig moves up 1 to an 89. Cordell Keaton moves up 2 to an 88. Chase Taylor moves up 4 to an 80. And Quandre Springs moves up 2 to a 78. Sunil Goodspeed moves up 4 to an 81. Tyree Lloyd is +2 at a 79. Max Allen is +1 to a 79. And Satiki Olavu moves up +3 to a 74. On the will side, Isaiah Penny goes up +1 to an 82. Evan Foster +1 to an 81. And then Jesse DeMarco moves up +3 to a 75. All right, Jaden Sanders moves up 4 to a 93. Lonnie Kalu moves up +1 to an 84. Craig Rousseau moves up +5 to an 84. Hugo Luna moves up +5 to a 75. And Raheem Osborne moves up +8 to a 73. All right, Jordan Young moves up +2 to an 89. It ain't gonna matter. He's gonna be the starter anyway. David Enichko moves up +7 to an 86. BJ Wooden +3 to a 77. Alright, damn, everybody moved up on the free safety side. +3 to an 83 for Villamy Folu. +4 to a 77 for Terrell Hills. +4 to a 75 for Nate Duvall. +6 to a 74 for Tim Short. +1 to 70 for Angel Wade. And then +5 to 67 for Kahil Skaggs. No one moved up on the kicker because we have an incoming freshman. And Dominic Johns moves up 2 to a +2 and picks up an extra pound. So the +9 ended up being the highest one. There was a +8 on the list, but that was it. So we are good there. We're going to start working on the architect. And honestly, let's see. We're going to hit the quarterback. I'm going to hit the line. And then I think I'm going to hit the quarters. Yeah. So, all right. So we hit the quarterback, we hit the wide receiver, we hit the O-line, and we hit the corners for the first upgrades. Um, Probably, I'm thinking the next upgrade will either be the D line or the running back, and I'm thinking the D line. But we'll see. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So we're moving on to the next round. I think we're moving through the off season. All right. We've got custom conferences and encouraging transfers. Oh, we actually need to cut. Looks like we need to cut 4 players. Oh shit, this is gonna be interesting. Um, Motherfucker. Well, um, I can't cut the guy that I wanted to cut because he's an incoming freshman. Zaire Alexander. Zach Alexander. Honestly, shit. I'm going to encourage Scholar Costello to transfer. Alright, so we need 4 more. Ooh. Ooh. Um. Lorenzo Brooks. I mean, for him, it's just been special teams. He hasn't had a chance to run the ball, and he's not really going to get a chance this year. I'd rather him find the spot. Receivers. Ooh. I'm going to be honest. I need what? 6 more? Shit. Really? That many? All right, Damian Carmada, we're going to encourage him to transfer. I'm going to keep going. We may come back and knock 1 more of these guys off if need be. Tight ends, I'm just going to be honest. See ya. We're going to encourage you to go. I need 4 more. Ooh, left tackle, I think I want to wait. Left guard, there's 4 of you. I may Kane, I think, but let me see. Center. Damn it, I like the 3 that I got. I really don't want to cut anybody from there. Okay, Tyreek Lemon. We're gonna show you the door. Right tackle. It's either gonna be Fournette or Odrick. We got 3 of them left. Let's go take a look at the defense. Defensive ends. I am not cutting seniors. D tackles. I may cut Berger just because he's a sophomore and he ain't gonna see the field. Alright. I'm not cutting seniors, and I can't cut anybody else. Anybody else from there? Ooh, no. I don't want to. Huh. I've still got to cut 2. For the mics, man, I don't know. The wheels, I don't want to. I really don't want to for the corners. Free safeties, I might. Oh God, strong safety. Strong safety. I got 2 to cut from here. Okay. I'm cutting Khalil Skaggs and I'm cutting Angel Wade. That's gonna get us to our 85. Okay. Incoming freshman. Sophomore. Alright, so we are at our 85. Conferences. Let me see. The American, I'm going to keep it the way it is. Not gonna change anything with the ACC. Big Ten stays. Big 12 will stay for now. Conference USA stays. Independence. I don't know. We may change that soon. I don't know. MAC will stay. Mountain West stays. Pac-12 is basically dead. SEC stays. Honestly, I would transfer one of these programs into a conference and just dissolve the Pac-12. But I gotta be completely honest. I mean, I could send both of them to the Mountain West. Shit, that actually might not be a bad idea. Okay. So they have to stay in the big Pac-12. Well, that sucks. Alright, so no movement. Alrighty, so we're going to move on to the next phase, which I believe will be preseason. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yep, that is right. We are moving on to the preseason of 2029. Okay, interesting. All right, we are going to get ready to enter the 2029. I am going to, let's see, how long have we been doing this? Shit, 2 hours. Woo! All right, I'm going to call an end to this, and then I'm going to set my recruiting board offline. Probably go through and upgrade some players, and go through that probably, and take a look at the schedule, maybe make some changes depending on what it looks like, and then go from there. So I will be back tomorrow. I'll be back sometime tomorrow, and we will get the 2029 season kick started. I'll talk about the schedule, if I made any changes, what the schedule looks like, and then we'll cover everything for the preseason. Because we'll talk about the Heisman watch list, because we've got somebody on the Heisman watch list already. So, but until tomorrow, I will see you guys later. Y'all have a good night, and well, stay warm.